guys, welcome back to iAesthetics. Today I wanted to continue the conversation from a few videos ago regarding the fires of LA, just kind of talk a little bit about the updates, aligning with what's happening in Palestine, and just how pretty much our government is useless when it comes to aiding its own citizens. Let's get started. This is going to be a great conversation. So as the death toll rises to about 26 people, which is still a life is a life, and the fires continue, pretty much the firefighters in LA have run out of resources, right? Like they don't have water, they're not getting the help that they need to get. And I would like to add, it's not like we can't send help. It's not like our government cannot help, right? Like we have more than what it takes to help put out these fires. But our priorities are not with the citizens of this country. Our priorities and loyalty is to Israel. It always has been. It's just coming to light and coming to the surface now. That's all it is. It's always been like that. I want to go into just the hypocrisy of some of the people that I'm noticing that have been posting online. I would like to start by some of the artists that I follow. Some of the artists that I really love their work. I really enjoy looking at their work. I really get inspired by their work. And I have just unfollowed them because throughout all of this, they have been completely silent on Palestine and Gaza. Not a single word, not a single post, not even one little thing on their story, nothing. But as soon as the LA stuff happened, it's all over their stories. It's in their art, it's in their stories. They're like, there's like GoFundMes and this and that. And I'm just like, wow, this is hypocrisy at its finest. We literally have chosen one life over another. And for anyone who's thinking, well, that has nothing to do with me. Yes, it does, because it's your tax dollars. It's your tax dollars that have been paying for everything that's happening in Palestine right now. So yes, it does have something to do with you. And then if you want to use that logic, why so gung-ho about the Holocaust? That has nothing to do with you. It's in the past. You weren't even alive when it happened. That's the game you want to play, we can play that game. Even with companies and my job and everything, like we have like a QR code now that we put out for like, helping with what's happening in LA. And I'm like, okay, yes, help with LA, that's important. Like we have to help wherever people need help. People have lost their homes, yes, okay. And 26 people have died, yes. The fires of LA is sad, it is catastrophic. But what about Gaza? You have over 50,000 people. They didn't just die because of some natural disaster. They were murdered, killed in cold blood, bombed. And more than that, displaced. I'm sorry. Do you not just see the hypocrisy in all of this? Why not show the same level of care? What, is it too hard? Is it too hard because they're Muslim? Is it too hard because you might be labeled as anti-Semitic? Is it too difficult to speak up for those people who are oppressed and suffering and they're getting killed and murdered every single day? But hey, my prayers go out to LA. I've got really narrow tunnel vision when it comes to caring about humanity. Hypocrites. All around hypocrites. Everyone who has not spoken up, but now they're speaking about LA, hypocrites. That's all I see. That's all I see. And you can't even justify it because you know it's true. I spoke up. I spoke up when the Asians were being targeted after like all the COVID stuff happened. I spoke up with Black Lives Matter. I spoke up, long time ago when everything was happening in Bosnia. I've spoken up for people who have suffered and people who have been oppressed. And it didn't matter what their color was, what their religion was. I spoke up because that's part of being a good human being. And I think I look outside of myself when it comes to that. Okay, but for everyone who's been speaking up about LA but have been silent on Palestine, it's not okay. It's not. It's not okay. More than 50,000 dead and still getting bombed, and you couldn't say a single word about it? Coward. My advice is check yourself. Look in the mirror and check yourself. And don't be a hypocrite. If you're not going to speak up for one people getting oppressed, especially when it's the cause is our tax dollars, then don't speak up for anything else either. But if you're going to speak up for humanity, speak up for humanity. And that means all of humanity and not selective humanity. Until next time, free Palestine.